I am Dungeon Master, your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, welcome back, everyone. I am the Dungeon Master, and this is Doomsday Aftermath. Today, we rejoin the party as Viv has returned from the special bureaucracy afterlife alter dimension that her evil demon god lives on, uh, and having re-teamed up with Tremor, Deep Knight, and Great King Rat, she has learned of Trigon and what has called her back here. She has teleported them into her dimension in order to buy some time, but now, of course, you guys
Wait, we're
are
still here? I thought we went to where that dude's ghost was.
well at he didn't do that from inside your dimension, you guys.
No, because we beat the shit out of his butler.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, you went to Romania.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. So okay, you are outside of hell. Okay. And then
I'm gonna fucking kill everybody in this room.
that spoken like somebody who's definitely not working for hell.
I'm just saying, I'm getting a lot of the fucking sentence without having committed the crime. I better start ripping off skin. Then I'd feel all this from hell shit is justified.
You're Oh, go ahead, Great King Rat.
We left hell and now we're outside of hell again because of Felix Faust's love of opening portals to places he doesn't fully understand.
Yeah. Well, Felix Faust is good at that, so.
Nah.
Anyway, you guys did indeed go and get all up in the butler's face for taking advantage of Felix Faust not being at home and just living La Vida Loca. And then Great King Rat tried to commune with the other wizards and ended up astrally projecting himself to where Merlin is, and his spirit anyway, his astral form. And as you are, you know, in his space, he kind of gets to be the train master here, and therefore he has you kind of grabbed up in an orb that is inside of a dragon's claw on a staff that he's holding. And so he's just huge, and he's looking down at you, and he wants to know, why are you here?
Well, let me just describe Wayne screaming as he flings his own immortal soul out of his body while trying to essentially cast the sending cantrip. Like, he wanted to get words to Merlin and has instead launched his entire everything inside of his now, I assume, limp body.
Yeah, in the real world, you have done that thing where your eyes roll back into your head and you're just in a trance.
How's everybody taking that? Quick tremor, Viv, deep check before wizard.
Uh, it's just a little uncomfortable, like when you see someone sleeping with their eyes open.
And Deep Knight just sort of like looking at the at uh, at at the sort of like unconscious body of Great King Rat, and he's just sort of very nervous and all that stuff, and trying to check vitals and such. And he's just very, very nervous.
Could Viv see the soul leave him?
Probably.
Does that mean she knows what's going on? Or
Well, I mean, I would assume Viv would, given their familiarity with Arcana and whatnot, and specific dealings with souls.
I
I
mean,
mean,
I would say, yeah, if you want to roll for it to see if like you have a. I mean, I would just let you do it, but I mean, yeah, there you go. Boom.
25.
Yeah, you are well aware of him being in a trance-like state, and possibly even saw him astrally project himself. It's not the soul though, because he doesn't have one. It's just his astral projection.
Yeah, his astral self. Where the
Yeah.
hell is his soul?
Why would you know that?
I don't know that. I'm just wondering. Like, I
well,
mean,
he
it's
holds the
mine,
contact.
so
Yeah.
I just wish I knew where my stuff was.
You came back and found your stuff moved.
Yeah, it's the most irritating thing ever. I left it in I left my prized possession with a good friend, and now it's gone. Whatever.
You should have put blowjack on.
Well, I'm gonna throw a blanket over Great King Rat and be like, "Well, I have things to do elsewhere," and teleport off.
And and Deep Knight just sort of says, "Don't cover our friend like that. He's not some object."
I'm tucking him in.
I wanted him to be warm while he's gone.
He's
Oh.
not some object. Cut to being in an orb in the astral plane.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the perfect transition right there. And then so you're just at the mercy of Merlin, who, he inside the orb, it's like this endless void of mist and everything, but you can see up in the sky Merlin's face just looking down at you from the fishbowl lens inside the orb. And his voice is just booming and letting you know how in charge of this situation he really is, and demands to know what you're doing here, who you are, you know.
But he's also telling you that you could possibly help him. Because remember our last episode? He ended with, I was looking for you.
What? Merlin? Merlin was looking for Great King Rat? Wait, what?
I
That
don't know.
doesn't sound familiar at all.
I don't
Just-
remember saying that, but
I'm sorry. I remember him saying something like he needs help.
oh, Merlin needs help. That is true,
Yeah.
but I didn't remember him specifically. I mean, if I'm wrong, I apologize.
I think I was wrong with that part, but I think he does need help.
That is true. And if I had said something about that, I would believe that because like all of the wizards have been kind of in trouble ever since Trigon showed up. Well, a little bit before that. Felix really messed up.
Because he had the
He
help.
looks really messed up. Water is wet.
Yeah.
Felix just keeps tumbling down that magical staircase. Fuck.
So, Great King Rat, how do you respond when Merlin demands to know what you're doing here?
I'm probably screaming. Probably more screaming.
All right. So then he's like, all right, enough of that, and he like swirls the orb around, and suddenly you're sitting on top of it, and like not trapped, but you're still tiny.
Man, I hate a lot of things that have happened recently. Shooting myself out of my own body has to be very high up. Hello, wizard. I did not mean to contact you this way.
Are you able to get out of here?
I'm gonna assume yes, but I
Oh.
don't know how.
Oh. Well, I mean, if you assume that you can, then I guess I, the greatest wizard who ever lived, am just an incompetent fool having been trying this whole time.
Yes.
If Viv was there, they would also say yes.
I mean, I'm not gonna say anything. It seems like you kind of just set me up for you kind of just put the fucking ottoman in front of me. So I
Well,
fucking tripped over it there.
well, I mean, do you think me a fool that I think some rodentia is just going to like be able to free me from this prison?
Where are the walls? Show me the edge of it.
The edge?
Yeah.
There is this just goes on and on forever.
The floor?
Well, like we're kind of floating on like a cloud. More like fog.
So how did you do this to yourself, Merlin?
I did I Yeah, you listen here, vermin. There is no magician, wizard, sorcerer, conjurer, summoner, warlock, witch, hag,
Prestidigitator.
illusionist that compares to Merlin the Magnificent. So,
See,
I did not do this to myself. I am the greatest wizard who ever lived.
Ah, so a stronger wizard did it to you.
I'm tempted to turn you into something, but I'm having trouble thinking of anything worse to turn you into.
And that's what saved me around
Oh
wizard.
my god, that's fucking good transmutationist wizard banter. Sorry, I had to say that.
That's what saved me around all my wizard friends for so very long.
Yeah. You're already a horribly hideous rat monster. Like, what am I going to do? So, listen, I would love to chat with you for the rest of eternity, but if you honestly have a way out of here, I would love to like get on with that.
What? What? Oh,
Uh, having a little trouble too early in the
no.
morning for you? Is this you know, encounter power? Do you need to go take a short rest?
What? No, I just my phone shut off for a second. What?
Oh. It was just good timing then.
No.
No, he says if you can get out of here, he'd love to, get that show on the road.
All right. Where is he?
Here is some sort of pocket astral dimension, either part of the plane of dreams and astral projections and all of that, or created by something powerful enough to create these sort of demi planes, um, sort of like your friend Viv and how like they have the power to create demi planes like that, but possibly less evil.
Let's see. We gotta lay off Viv.
I I I
This
I, I am really upset.
the opposite is like Trigons, which would put Viv like somewhere around Hitler.
I should honestly just go back home, buy a couple of bargain bin dial yield micronuclear weapons, and glass this planet. Honestly, it's fucked anyway. Call me evil.
Here's the thing. I don't hate Viv. I just think that the afterlife that she comes from has bad vibes.
That's fine, but the GM needs to stop ribbing on me.
Yes,
Yeah.
fair enough. And
I'm
so,
just saying, tell a lie enough times, it's gonna stick. Someone's gonna start thinking I'm a demon unironically, and that'll be when the real fangs come out.
yeah, you freaking fart face.
Viv is from hell. They are not a hellish person.
Right,
It depends on your definition.
Okay.
right.
Moving on.
Don't let your place of birth define you. So anyway, you guys are in a void that goes on forever seemingly, but it's like a circle, but not like a real circle, like a funny circle. So you just keep going around and around, and he doesn't know exactly where it is. What he does know is that basically he and a bunch of other wizards were fighting against Trigon and got sealed away.
Mhm.
So just
I
to
have
just to get that information out of the way right away, because I know that's what you're gonna want to know.
I
So
have a bad idea. I'm about the size of what's it called? A shuttlecock? What's that thing they use in badminton?
Yeah, you got it right.
Hell yeah.
you did indeed.
I felt like it was wrong because it had the word cock.
Yeah.
I need you to hit me with your staff and see if you can get me to bump into the conceptual edge of this place. Because
Uh,
I'm not the reason this demi-plane exists. You are.
so you think that because it was designed to trap me, that's your theory anyway, you tiny, tiny, furry thing, uh, you think that you will break through the barrier of it if I hit you hard enough?
No, I think if I can get to a wall, I can chew my way out, like I do with all prisons.
Oh, you want to chew your way out. I gotcha. Okay. So, yeah, sure. Let's do that. And he casts a spell that just sends you whizzing so fast. And it takes you a little bit, but eventually you like go whizzing right past him again before he like slows you down and brings you back.
Which way did he send me?
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
Like any which way he sent you, you just like came whizzing back around eventually. He can do it more if you want.
it's a fun way to have a conversation. Can I?
So,
Can Great King Rat move freely?
yeah, I mean, more or less, yeah. It's a little hard to like move because it's not really intuitive. You're not moving. You're not physical, so you're not, walking. You have to learn to move in the matrix.
That's
Don't people in the Matrix move by walking?
they
No,
do.
no. You think that's air you're breathing right now?
Well, I mean, the answer of thought is that the thought translates to action, and they try to walk and they walk.
Well, yeah. It seems to be like really easy, but that doesn't mean that your first time you necessarily like understand that you have to, you know, not physically move because that's not possible.
You know what? It's probably a better thing. Say it's like movement on the astral plane.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, I figured that would be the best way to describe it.
Well, but because the plane was pretty much the astral plane, I was trying to use a different analogy since, like, I figured you would assume that I'm describing the movement of the astral plane.
Yeah, I know. I was fucking with you. uh,
All
Okay.
right. This is, shockingly enough, this isn't the first time Great King Rat's been locked in a repeating room.
Well, that's reassuring, my rodent friend.
Uh, all right. What's the other trick? What's the other trick? Come on, I know the. Okay, okay. Great King Rat's gonna put Merlin on his left and walk forward or
Okay.
move forward.
Okay.
Now, does Merlin remain in the center of the room?
Does he remain on your left? Yes.
All right, so I completely circle Merlin by moving nothing but straight.
If you move nothing but straight, you circle Merlin.
What if I move straight with a slight hue out?
You eventually circle Merlin like slightly angled.
Is there a moment when the spiral sort of starts to repeat?
Mm,
Like doing it this slowly, can he pinpoint the moment when he gets teleported back to the beginning or to the other side? I mean,
I don't think there is a. You can't chew your way out of this one.
You'd be surprised.
There is not a teleportation. It's not Pac-Man. It is literally an infinite loop that just like cycles back around on itself.
It's basically the physical space that the rat is in is tesseracting.
So there's a point when Wayne just sees himself and Merlin and himself and Merlin and himself and Merlin.
You never quite see yourself.
Is like vision didn't have a limited range to specifically prevent this.
Uh,
Hmm. Hey, rather than trying to move around, try to go somewhere.
oh yeah, Wayne's gonna try to wake up.
Have you ever thought of going down?
I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't have said that. It was just an idea that popped in my head.
I like ideas.
So, going with that then, what would you like to do?
Just try to wake up.
You try to be back at where you still at, Felix's?
Yeah, Faust.
Okay, so you try to just be back at Faust's, and a bit of the background imagery like starts to look a little bit like Faust's house, but Merlin like quickly changes it back. He also like shrinks down to your size and is like standing. I mean, not your size. He's regular Merlin size, which is still bigger than you, but uh, he shrinks down to normal size, and he like quickly undoes what you were doing. He's like, why are you changing the scenery around here? This is my home.
I mean, this is your prison.
Well, look, as long as I'm here,
Wait,
this is home.
wait, this is why is your preference a fucking white mist?
I'm from like King Arthur times. I like to have the
So why is it a castle?
there's a castle, around here somewhere. I might have forgot. Hold on. And all of a sudden a castle appears.
All right. So, uh, I felt like I was close to something there. So, like, maybe slipping back into my corporeal form.
Oh, so now it's my fault?
No, but it is kind of suspicious. Like, you understand why that would be suspicious?
What are you what?
You, Merlin, do you want to stay in the white void forever?
And then uh with that you realize that Merlin is not himself, and his eyes flare, and he casts a spell on you, and
Oh, I hate having spells cast on me.
hold on. This is against your will.
I mean, yeah, it's not like I consented to it.
Aha! Aha! Aha!
I'll make
So
those fucking.
he basically like freezes your mind, and as he does so, now you wake up in the real world, Great King Rat, possessed and wanting to attack your homies. So give me a second.
Ah, man, he probably did that after I left, didn't he?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's not very cash money.
Nope, not at all.
It's time to knock out Zeke Knight and then get stopped by Trevor.
Uh-oh. 1 second. Sure, why not? We'll use this one.
Oh, hey, it's where we killed him. I see that Felix Faust bought the cheap New Jersey real estate.
Yeah. I had a different one ready to go, but it got corrupted or something, so. Alrighty, so you guys can roll for initiative.
Hey, 25.
Holy cow, you almost made that.
Oh, come on.
Ooh.
I knew that, like, you only had a 10% chance, so I just was, like, ready for this to happen, but wow.
What nostalgia. This is the first map I fought on as Viv. Remember back with the gangsters?
Yes. That's what Great King Rat was just saying about the cheap New Jersey real estate. Alright, go ahead and roll for initiative, Deep Knight and Rat King. Tremor is like the invisible Christopher Walken. I pretty much go first every round. Deep Knight, you gonna roll initiative?
Of course.
Of course.
Also, you really need to change the square.
I know. It's just the portrait and it's hard to do with the way the picture is, but I'll get to it.
I'm sorry, just
It
something to
don't be sorry. It's something that you want, and it's good to be able to express that. I'm just telling you why I haven't done it.
I, for one, am happy with the slow fucking portrait change. Because I dislike the new art.
All right,
All right.
treble.
Oh, hey, you're finally awake. He is fucking just swaddled in a blanket like the picture that I put.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean, he's awake. His eyes are like just flaring, but he's all papoosed. So
Did you find Merlin?
It should be easy to tell he's possessed because his eyes are normally black.
I was just making sure that I was in a square and not like in between two.
Oh god, did he give him normal human eyes to try to pass?
no.
Oh,
You just have the flaming eyes of like when something's all possessed by something evil.
yeah, not nearly as upsetting as if he had fucking pupils. Just like man eyes.
Great King Rat, you are restrained and bound by blankets.
I don't have anything. This. I guess I'm gonna make a will save to steal my body.
What? I'm sorry, I couldn't quite hear you.
Oh, I said I'm gonna make a will save to steal my body back.
Oh yeah, I think that comes at the end of your turn though.
Well, yeah, but I don't get to control my turn.
Yeah, no, you do. Like I trust you. Like
Oh,
you
to be evil?
yeah,
Yeah, sure.
you want to kill your friends.
Fuck, Deep Knight might actually die.
I can't move my piece. Is that my?
Well,
I'm gonna.
first remember you're bound and restrained by the blankets.
I mean, that's nothing. That's less than nothing. He breaks out of prison for a little.
Yeah, you chew through the blankets, I know, but I was just, making you say it.
Oh
Oh
man,
yeah, he
Faust is gonna be mad at us.
he bursts
What
out.
else is new?
Yeah, and these are like expensive Romanian comforters with like silk and down and everything. So there's just a pile of like garbage everywhere now.
It's funny because it's specifically Faust's.
Oh, I get it now. All right, so you burst through that. That's your one action, and then you can move or what do you want to do?
Wayne is so known for. Just to test and see if my new body has that classic dead giveaway of fucking possession. You know.
The head turnaround.
Yeah,
Oh,
if I'm full, your mother sucks cocks in hell, or if I have the rat's voice.
oh yeah, no. You are definitely speaking with a demonic undertone.
I'm just gonna start coughing.
Well, I'm no magic expert, but I'm certain that's not usually how Great King Rat acts.
I'm
Nah,
gonna
he
roll my
shreds.
will
He,
save.
he shreds blankets when he's excited, and I think he just needs some water.
No, if I can can't attack. So I'm just gonna feign illness.
So Deep Night, what do you do?
Deep Knight, seeing that Great King Rat is not himself, decides to swaddle him in more blankets. So it's going to be like sort of like some sort of improv grapple check
Yeah,
Make the swaddle check.
yeah, you're gonna try to grapple him.
with blankets.
Well, I don't recommend touching him with your hands.
Not if you like your fingers.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to grapple him with the blankets.
Yeah.
So what do I roll?
Okay. One moment. Okay, you make an attack check. If successful, the target makes a resistance check against your strength. So, first, you have to make one of your attacks, your regular melee attack, to try and hit him, and then he gets to resist versus your strength.
Not 20.
All right, so you actually get +5 to your strength for that. So what's your strength?
Let me
4.
check.
Your strength is 4. So that would be plus
9.
9. So 24. You have to resist 24, Great King Rat.
With my strength?
With your strength or agility.
Um,
Wait, is it strength or dexterity? Hold on, let me check. Better of strength or dodge.
I thought it would be 29.
No, 9 plus 15 is 24.
Ah, sorry.
Great King Rat's a slippery little creature, and with a hearty chuckle, a friendly, nice chuckle, a very nice boy chuckle, he slips out of the bonds.
Holy shit, you would have had to have rolled a fucking 1.
Yeah, he's good at dodging.
No, that's not true. He had to resist 24. So he would.
Right. If it wasn't a natural 20, it would have had to have been.
Oh, yeah, okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I was doing the math wrong in my head.
Well, yeah, but you were doing it right, so. Okay. Uh, Deep Night, you fail to wrap Great King Rat up in the blankets. Do you do anything else, or?
Well, I'm gonna try and do the bubble thing.
No, you can't also attack him.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and take a defensive stance.
All right, so you back off and are like standing there like, okay, don't do anything crazy. Is that the end of your
Yeah.
turn?
Yep.
Yeah. Deep Night, he's awake now. He doesn't need more blankets. He just sounds like he needs a glass of water. Does Faust even have a kitchen?
He doesn't look good.
Well, that's just a rude thing to say about our friend.
No, 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 you don't understand. I think he's possessed.
What?
I don't know. There's been a lot of weird things so far, so I decided to go for the superstitious route.
Makes as much sense as anything else.
Oh my god.
He does be nibbling on Deep Knight's foot. He gets him by the ankle. He nips at him.
So, uh, the,
Oh, don't forget to try to make your will saves.
He said that was at the end of the turn.
Yeah. At the end of each of your turns.
Yeah,
Alright.
he did last time.
Oh, he did last time. Oh, okay.
Alright. And if I'm playing myself to the fullest, wait, what's the intelligence of this fucking parasite?
The intelligence.
Yeah, how
Uh,
smart is
it's an 11.
It's plus 11
Yeah.
or just flat?
It
Like a D&D total of 11 or plus 11 to intelligence?
plus 11.
Alright. Yeah, it knows my. That's Ricky Rat's gonna use his movement in the hideout. So
How's that a plus 17 to damage?
uh, what was this? I remember there was a thing added to it way
Oh,
back.
multi-hit?
Not multi-hit. What was it? Like a trait, weapon focus trait. I don't remember. I've just been increasing it by the same amount every time we level up. Keeping it.
There is the cap though too.
Yeah. But
Okay, well,
I don't think there's any traits besides multi-attack that push you over the limit.
The limit of what? I don't think I heard the first part.
The total bonus that you can have to an attack.
Yeah, the one, like, the terrain ability that lets you get bonuses in a terrain specifically calls out that it can exceed limits.
All right, I don't think Great King Rat has that though.
Oh no, I'm just calling it out. It's one other thing that definitely works. I think aiming would do that. Just citing random things. I know a lot of ANET play.
yeah, I'll see if I can figure it out. If not, what should it be, Drummer?
It should be if the attack is at plus 10, your damage should be, if you have max in it, 29.
All right.
Yeah, like if you have something that pushes it beyond, then
I don't remember. I remember there was something we did when we set it up. I'll have to go fucking look for that document.
yeah.
I know that
So
with me, it's two selections of accurate to push it above the normal to hit. Yeah, actually, it's not.
Is that your turn then, Great King Rat?
Okay, that's good. Yeah. Yeah. Breaking Rat. The demon has been nibbled.
What?
he
Been
bit you.
nibbled.
All right, that was It was certainly odd. Should we do something, Tremor?
Yeah, probably.
Should we? And Deep Knight's just sort of holding his action until Tremor suggests something or does something.
Just move into there. Double moving just to here. Just looking for him.
And activating, that Deep Knight does the same thing.
I don't see him.
Neither do I.
I'm gonna search my own person. All right.
You
Cool.
don't get to use his intelligence to break free of his possession.
No, I'm as him looking for the worst thing Great King Rat's carrying.
Oh, got you,
Yeah.
got you.
No. If I'm setting it high, but if he rolls high enough, he finds those vials of poison that Great King Rat carries. Those fucked up little disease vials.
Oh, right.
In the meantime, gonna use some magic. There's nothing rollable about it because it's just a thing that happened. Uh, but the house starts to fill with fog.
And that's what happens. Fog comes rolling out of the kitchen down the hallway.
Oh,
Neat.
Oh dear. So Deep Knight, following the fog, decides to head into the kitchen to find Great King Rat.
Nope, you can't see through the fog. As you try to make your way through the fog, you're bumping into the walls and statues and everything along the way.
Okay, so I can't move or something?
You can move, but you can't just go find Great King Rat. Like, you're stumbling down the hallway, so even if you move into the fog, you won't see him unless you roll above his stealth, which you're not going to.
Yeah, Deep Knight is just sort of stumbling around, just trying to find Great King Rat. And he's just sort of being
There you go. Yeah,
in a defensive pose.
yeah. That's better. I just wanted to make sure that your expectations were set properly because with the fog, you can't see anything. You know, it's scary and he's a small little rat monster, so he could be anywhere. It's kind of like a horror movie scene.
Wayne.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Just moving a little bit and calling out for him.
let me just say something. Do you know the most important thing about having friends?
Knight sort of hears that. He sort of freezes in a moment of terror and says, what?
Knowing how to kill them.
Okay, now I'm certain you're possessed.
Wayne, you're not Batman. We met Batman and then we made fun of him
That
multiple
hits.
times.
Why am I bigger than Deep Knight? There we go. That's the kind of smallness I'm after. That's the kind of size I'm looking for.
It's almost like you want to be possessed.
I mean, I don't have any choice, so I might as well have fun with it.
No, I mean the way you're rolling so poorly on your will resistance.
I mean,
And
is it
Deep
not a
Knight,
little bit fun to beat Deep Knight up? Yes.
I I I have to
and
say,
Deep
having beat him up a lot, it is kind of fun.
and Deep Knight's still just stumbling around while still trying to be like defensive pose as he just sort of like stumbles through the pans as he just sort of tries to guard his front, just sort of like all just sort of worried and such.
You have to roll a awareness check to be able to move into the kitchen through the fog. Yeah, no, you're stumbling into the wall over here. You're like, oh man, where's the kitchen?
Okay, where's the kitchen? Oh dear, oh dear.
Hey, so Deep Knight has wet skin, right?
I mean, she's moist.
Like perpetually wet and uncomfortable, if not wet. Like a frog. Like some kind of fish man. It's your character, Hazard. I just need a yes or no.
Hazard?
Yeah,
He wants to know, is your guy needing to be perpetually wet?
I mean, it's just a side effect of the armor.
Would a desiccant hurt you?
If you were all dried out, would you be injured?
I mean, not really. It's like taking a it's like taking an it's not really harmful as it is taking the moisture out of a human.
So wait, you can survive being dehydrated?
Not for long.
Alright.
Well, nothing can.
That plan.
Yeah, that's what I sort of mean.
Alright. See, because idea one was to fucking Home Alone pour a bunch of salt on Deep Knight and see what happens. Get him all dry. Tremor?
Oh, my
What's
mic was
Tremor?
muted. Whoops.
Oh, what's Tremor do?
I was moving and asking if I needed to roll to move to where I am.
No, you can stumble down the hallway along the wall there just like Deep Night, but to get around anywhere it's a little bit harder.
Right. Is it just like a perception check?
Awareness.
Straight awareness.
Yeah, no, you're unsuccessful in, being able to be aware of where you're at in the fog. It's so thick.
Well,
Close. But thankfully, no.
Oh, my bad. There you go.
Ouch.
Hey!
No, 19. So,
Wait, can I, this is a stupid question before we get too deep into it. Instead of just, like, wriggling free of what's grabbed a hold of me, can I bite it mentally? Can I subvert the escape attempt to try to wound this thing on the astral plane?
that's gonna leave you pretty vulnerable.
I mean, he'd still have my body, but he'd be bleeding in it.
Vulnerable to who? We can't find him. So the Trump ripoff of Twitter is up.
What is it called?
Uh it's something stupid. I can't remember the name. It does do the Tumblr thing where it's supposed to have an ER at the end and it just has the R. I remember that much. I also know that people have been claiming spots like there's a Margaret Thatcher account, a Prager University account that's not run by anyone that represents that dumb company. And the QAnon tag has been flooded with hentai.
So Great King Rat, when you break free, you can tell that Merlin has either willingly or unwillingly been subverted by Trigon.
I see. And so the Trigon Merlin is what had a hold on me. The
Correct.
Merlin.
Yes.
Okay. I got a fucked up little idea. Can I, move this break into a grapple and grab the fucker back? Like he's no longer in control of the body. He's sort of the passenger.
Oh no, his possession of you just ends. It was a spell.
Ah, all right.
I like to think that it's the hurting tremor bit that pushes him into breaking through.
He's
Hurting Deep Night is one thing.
breaking all of Deep Knight's bones, scratching Tremor once. It's like, oh god, what have I become? Cutting Deep Knight's hand off. I sleep, giving Tremor a bruise. Oh no. It's the Michael Jordan waking up, but he's also crying. Deep Knight's
Yes,
just
but
been turned into a Deep Night's been turned into a fillet of fish.
But now it is Deep Knight's turn.
Oh,
And Deep Night, is the fog still up?
Yes.
So awareness time.
no.
Ill stumbling.
Yep.
Bonk.
Are you gonna end your turn, Great King Rat?
I suppose I could.
I'm looking around. It's very foggy. No.
It's very, very foggy. But you and Deep Night can kind of hear each other, and if you want to play Marco Polo, you might be able to find a fish out of water.
How do I dismiss the fog? I learned how to make the fog. I never learned how to unmake the fog.
Oh man.
Gonna. I also have the grease spell, so with this turn, I'm just gonna turn the fog into grease, trying to get rid of it. Because I think that'll be funny.
All
And yeah,
all of the fog suddenly becomes heavy with like smog, pollution levels of just slime,
and then falls to the floor.
and everything is coated in a sticky grease.
Blech. Yeah. Oh, that's awful. I hate that. Yeah.
Okay, this is disgusting.
Ugh. Gonna go rinse off in this pond where we killed a man. This is the only spot where somebody other than Great King Rat killed somebody.
Yeah. That's not true.
Really?
Yeah, fucking Ian's character ripped that man to shreds.
Oh yeah. Mm.
Ribbons.
To fucking streamers.
Pieces, you say.
Into fucking mincemeat.
Also, the Trump knockoff Twitter is called Getter. GETTR.
I wanted
Get
to
her
say
done.
Grumble. Yeah.
Deep Night, what do you do?
So, is it possible to see through the fog now?
There is no more fog, just grease everywhere.
So, what do I have to make?
Slime time.
You have to roll for dexterity to be able to like not slip on all the greasy, slippery grease.
Does a 17 work?
What would be the level of your effect? What's your arcana there, Great King Rat?
I have +8 to magic, so I think it would be 18.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Deep Night.
You
So Deep
slip
Night.
and fall.
And Deep Night, sort of annoyed, tries to use his wave. Try to just can't really move. Tries to use his wave swimming to clear off the sort of like muck.
I know what the situation needs. More liquid.
Yeah, so Deep Night uses his wave swimming to not only move but clear the muck.
Okay.
Just on his back, slowly, like wetly pushing himself out of the kitchen.
Yeah,
God,
and
metal on linoleum is not what a sound I want to hear. Yeah, I'll move to here and then move up to here. Do I also have to make a dex check or?
Correct.
I
Oh,
don't think you would if it was directly on stone.
Oh, are you using your Earth glide shit? You know, that's different.
yeah,
I mean,
I'll just float up an inch from the floor and just.
Yeah. I mean, I should have thought of that, but like, I just assumed you were just walking the way you were asking, so.
I also didn't think of it until it got brought up as a possibility, but also it's a smart thing to do, so sure.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's maybe a little showboaty, but I mean, if you got it, flaunt it.
It's only like a half an inch, so it's not super noticeable with how tall he is.
When somebody just kind of levitates around like you know Superman's enemies in what was that, four, three or four? No, not three. Three was the bad one, right? Four with the guys in the black suits.
Become Superman for the way home.
Hmm. So you know when you just float around, when you just float around like a bunch of you know evil Supermen, like people notice that, especially when you're a big huge rock monster.
God, I'm so fucking mad at myself. Also, just unrelated, only related in that I have a Batman game I was gonna download while I was at work today that I didn't start the download for.
Be honest, if you want to fly around like hovering, you got to use like a skateboard or a surfboard or something, because then it makes you look cool and trendy rather than ominous.
Again, it's only half an inch off the floor. It's like not noticeable until you. He. This is like a 7 foot tall rock monster.
Yeah, but you're not
And
you're not
and don't
walking.
yet you're not walking, and furthermore, it's more disquieting because you're so close to the ground, yet you're not making any fucking noise from your 7 foot rock monster ass stomping around.
yeah, and honestly, it would be so fucking terrifying if you were pretending to walk while you floated a fucking foot, like an inch above the ground, like a fucking Morrowind NPC.
I'm about to say I am pretending to walk.
Yeah, I was just saying that that's more disquieting, right? You're not making footstep noises. You're not shaking the ground.
I
There's
don't.
no such thing as coincidences. Oh Christ, Travis, stop it! Stop trying. You keep trying to be less freaky, and you just keep being freakier. Uh, oh, it's good to be clean. It's good to feel less fucking disgusting.
Anyway,
Hey, sorry. One sec. Not really doing anything with my turn, to be fair.
Yeah, you're getting clean in the water.
Yeah, just skip my turn for me. It's got a leg cramp.
Okay. Deep Night, as you are finally able to make it out of the kitchen and come around the corner, Great King Rat is in a body of water. You could just drown him now.
Well, Deep Knight is not that kind of character. And he sort of walks up sort of carefully and says, Bruce, are you all right?
What did you just call him?
Sorry, does he know his real name or not?
I was just calling him his real name like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, so he does know that name. So Deep Knight sort of using the name Trevor used says, Bruce, are you all right?
Still not the right name.
It's Wayne, dude. It's Wayne.
It's Wayne. Are
Yeah.
you all right?
Very
Sorry.
tempted to just start saying the wrong name.
Sorry. And just Deep Knight is just sort of standing there, sort of cautiously, sort of wondering if he's possessed or not.
Uh,
Who the hell is Bruce?
I meant to
move into
say
here.
Wayne.
Hey, Wayne.
Nah, I'm not. I'm not letting you slip by that with that one. It's only been like a year of this fucking game.
I meant to say Wayne. Sorry.
It's okay.
I know, but it's funnier that you didn't.
It just puts Great King Rat right back in his place, you know. He thought he had a friend.
I'm not a jerk. I'm not a. Please tell me that was
Somebody,
sarcasm.
Deep Knight
It,
is
it was
Ron
it was
Swanson.
sarcasm. It was sarcasm.
somebody needs to edit Deep Knight's new armor onto the fucking movie poster for the jerk holding the box of office supplies.
My first thought was Ron Swanson.
All right, what? You good, Deep Knight? You okay?
Deep Knight just sort of like sighing says, "Well, I could be better. I was a bit battered and bruised due to your rampage, you could say."
Yeah, sorry about that. Where's
What
Tremor?
happened?
I'm right next to you. Hey, Wayne.
Ah, why didn't you make any noise when you were walking?
I make the earth quiet.
Don't do that. It's freaky.
It's why my stealth is higher than what it should be.
Because you just fucking T-pose and glide around.
Dorime, itanana donanare, dorime, ameno, ameno, lazire.
Nice. Well done.
Yeah.
I'm a good singer, what can I say?
Um. You guys good? You both still in one piece?
Yeah.
Yes.
How long's it been? 2 rounds? Yeah, I'm good.
Man, it's a good thing I broke out of that possession, huh?
Yes, but to say that we came out of it unscarred would be a lie.
I mean, Tremor's fine now.
Yeah.
Deep Knight's the only one who doesn't have regeneration.
Yeah, Deep Knight just sort of comes up and sort of puts his feet up near the pool.
The pond.
Yeah, the pond.
The pond, I'm sorry, just so stupid.
Hey, it's all a pool if you're an Atlantean.
Yeah.
Park fountain.
Yeah.
Fucking
Water's water. But
Yes,
there
except when it's chlorinated.
yes, but there might be some fishy friends in here because it's not just pool, it's a pond.
Yeah, I meant to say pond. Sorry, slip of the tongue.
Hey, Tremor.
Yeah.
Tremor, grab that little patio table. We can make this lake and we can make this pond into a lake.
Well, Beat Knight sort of like, as he's sort of sitting in the pool, he says, "So, how did the whole thing with the wizards go?"
I mean, I came back from it evil and attacked you.
So according to plan.
Yeah, exactly how I wanted it to go. It was perfect.
Beat Knight sort of just confusingly sort of like stares at you and says, "Really? That was for in plan? That was planned?"
No, you fucking idiot. I got possessed. I got fucking possessed by a wizard.
Sorry, I just. And he said it. Deep Knight just just rubs the back of his head and says, "I'm sorry if I'm seeming like a jerk."
You're fine. I'm the one who did try to bite all your fingers off.
Look, it's not easy being
Cheesy.
sympathetic at times. I was built in a what you say, a militaristic sort of setting, and now I'm.
Are you also an android?
Deep Knight just sort of looks confused and says, "What? No, I'm a human
I mean,
or
you just
Atlantean.
you, you just said you were built.
That's a metaphor."
He came up somewhere different. I get you, D9. You're fine.
Raised.
Also, I wasn't really as sort of grown to believe that villains are somehow redeemable and all that stuff.
Well,
We
I'm glad there's evidence to the contrary on that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say now it's starting to sound like you're threatening him.
Yeah.
No, Deep Knight just is just trying to apologize in his own way, though it seems to be not working.
You're fine, Deep Knight. Relax.
Deep Knight wants you to know that he's sorry, but he doesn't believe villains can be redeemed.
He
He
says,
was
putting a hand
was
on a
taught.
drinking red and pushing him under the water.
Yeah.
He said he was taught. He was taught.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, little one, but I was taught villains cannot be redeemed.
And Great King Rat just sits there looking at him, knowing that like he won't die from this.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be threatening.
No, we know, but it was just too perfect.
Yeah, it's okay, Deep Knight. I get you. So Merlin's a bust. Where'd Viv go?
Away. She just threw a blanket on your head and left.
Like a fucking parakeet. Like a caged bird.
Yeah.
It's dark out. Go to sleep.
She should know that's not how that works. I have to be weightless.
Yeah.
Tremor knows. Trevor knows to put me in a baby Bjorn.
Well, every time I've picked you up, you just immediately go to sleep, which is why the fastball special is so funny.
Ha!
Yeah, I wake up screaming every time halfway through the fastball special. That's what adds the extra layer of blood to it.
It's the terror.
It's the mortal terror.
So yeah, this is a good point to kind of cut away. And what the fuck is Viv doing? Where did she go?
Well, she went home to pick up some equipment for two separate things. One, I need some. How would I say this? High-end butchering gear. You know.
Hell.
I'm gonna. Anyway, and I need to put together a divination ritual to pick out where GKR's soul is, since I don't know.
Okay. I have to say, high-end butchering gear, what is going to happen?
Wha-
Laser cleavers.
So, if I was any of you, I would be worried about the fact that she just went to the Matrix to get high-end butchering gear. So she comes
I mean,
back.
it's Viv.
I'm not coming back to the party, obviously.
Oh,
Anything Viv is carrying could be used as high-end butchering gear.
what you're where are you going? What's
To the ocean where the fucking Spectre died or fell.
Oh. Yeah. So, first things first.
I'm gonna say all the words inside my head.
You are asking about divination spells?
Yeah, I'd like to cook up a divination so that I can divine where GKR's soul is.
Yeah. So, do you have minions who will like do that for you, or do you have to do that yourself?
Well, technically speaking, my base has a staff. They could qualify. This is completely non-hazardous work.
But is it work that they could do?
I mean,
Yeah, they're like imps and stuff.
probably. It's not really demanding work.
They're a bunch of quasits.
I mean, am I working under a time constraint? I assumed I would just do the ritual myself.
Okay. I mean, I don't know that such a divination exists, so I thought you needed one invented.
Oh, I would contend it makes sense for such a divination to exist. There's lots of debt collection wrapped up in locating souls.
Yeah, there's kind of a whole industry there.
Yeah.
Um,
I wouldn't be surprised if there were people who had it innate like another fucking sense.
so,
Yeah, I guess let that one cook. I feel like it's a reasonable contention, but
yeah. I just I don't have the right
You don't know where his soul is, do you?
No, there
Just took
is
away.
there is a amount of work that needs to like be done to like find any type of like a general radar to tell you like where a soul is around you is one thing, but to like pinpoint one specific one and figure out exactly what happened to it, etc. I mean, that's a way.
I mean, it's an entire job that they have a thing called a Reaper droid for, right?
Yeah, that exists, but that's a slightly more complicated issue. Essentially, a Reaperoid would intuitively be able to locate the moth of a downed agent or some other android that died out playing. When it comes to like sending on other souls, they do that on site, as in they don't typically seek out specific souls because they aren't typically quote unquote a part of the local soul moving bureaucracy. They're more like freelancers in that regard.
We could have a lot of fun with this. You could talk to the local soul moving bureaucracy.
That's not impossible, but the thing about that is that if a local psychopomp didn't come collect your soul, they're just gonna tell me they don't know where it is. And that's if I can even talk to them. Because knowing Arrakis, local psychopomps are probably fucking assholes.
Psychopops? What?
A psychopomp is the type of outsider that collects the soul of a dead mortal and moves it onto the boneyard or to judgment or, sometimes they're called like boatmen,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what a psychopomp is. They collect the soul of a newly dead and move it onto the afterlife. So, Great King Rat postulated that maybe a psychopomp bureaucracy would know if I asked the local, but then I posited that they probably wouldn't, considering he didn't die and have his soul pass on. It was taken unnaturally. So they would just confirm that they don't know where it is, if they even communicated with me.
Correct.
So, that rounds me back to I need a divination ritual for this. I'd contend that I think one should exist, but if I have to make it from scratch, then, I mean, I do have, GKR's fucking blood on tab and shit, so I probably should be able to cook up such a ritual. Yeah.
On tap?
On tab.
Where did you get that much
Not on tap, on tab, as in a tiny sample.
Where did you get a fucking keg of GKR's blood, and why couldn't I have played that scene? Because he give it to you. It doesn't matter. That much blood?
I did not have a keg of your blood around, and I wouldn't collect it in a keg if I needed a keg's worth. It makes it sound like I'm gonna drink it.
A keg is how you keep it on tap.
Anyway, so if I need to cook up a ritual, I guess I can work on that, but I'll do it later then. It'll be the thing that comes second.
You got Summer Pilsner, you got cider, you got rat blood. The rat blood is for guests and cocktails.
We cut it with the McRib sauce. People don't notice.
Oh no. I mean, the Great King Rat McRib is called a McNibble, but yeah. Because it's the McRib that bites you back. God, diseased rat blood would explain some of the reactions I've had to McRibs in the past. I felt like fucking the Robin King failing that save after eating a McRib once or twice. Just fucking vomiting, sneezing, seizures.
God, that's funny.
I really wish Merlin would have rolled above. I put it at like 25 to find the vials. It would have been so fucking funny.
I'll be honest. I was sitting there and I was thinking, like, would it be weird to restrain Great King Rat before I go? Probably. I'll just go. Because, like, I had this sense that, like, if you were astral projecting normally, there was a chance for that kind of shit. But I figured, nah, he's with Merlin. It'll be fine. And I was wrong.
I'm also mad you're not bringing us with you so that Great King Rat can eat as much of the Spectre as he possibly can.
I am not bringing the party with me because I figured it's just a little errand I could pop down to the ocean to do real quick. Because chances are he's not there anymore. But, like, I have to go check. I feel obligated to. Hey, Addie, you good?
Yes.
Oh, so do I need to make a ritual from scratch? Because if I do,
Yes.
I'll just put that. Okay, I'm putting that on back order. I'm checking the ocean for the Spectre first.
Okay. So, the ocean is big. How would you
Yes.
like to check?
Well, how big was the Spectre when he slammed into the ocean?
Well, at first he was like the size of the moon, but then as he got closer to the Earth, he became more like the size of the Empire State Building.
Okay, so he is a big object, but not, like, ridiculously huge. Alright, secondarily, roughly where did he crash down? Like, how deep is the ocean in that part of the ocean?
It would be Abyssal Plain.
What's that?
It would be Abyssal Plain. It's all about the same depth.
He crashed down in the Indian Ocean, and I don't know, it's deep.
Average depth 12,990 feet.
The Indian Ocean is thrown off though because it's got a bunch of fucking shit.
I'm looking at the average depth of the Indian Ocean, so.
That's why the average is thrown off because of all the fuck.
Eh.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, so, like, on average, 'cause that's the purpose of an average, he's going to be under 2 miles down, provided he's sunk all the way. Which, given we gave that a minute, I imagine he has. So, let's get back to that point Adaracus made about simple detection. I think if I were to try to scan for him in a more localized fashion, his divine energy should show up like a heat source in space. As in, there should be no comparable energies for him to hide inside of, if he's there at all.
Right.
So, let me see. Let's just codify this in an average way. As there, here. Let's see. That's fine. Okay, so. Yep.
Oh hell yeah! Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm kind of musing to myself as I do some quick, fucking power building. So senses, sensory abilities. Yeah. Have a. Yeah, okay. And so if you decide. Hmm. Mm. Well, there's no way to build this in context. I'll just have to make a ritual for it. It's not buildable as a power in any convenient sense. Not the area I need to cover.
Oh, really?
Yeah, essentially. Unless only sensitive to God is like a minus fucking 4 modifier per rank or something. I don't know. But like, yeah, I'll do it as a ritual. I'm gonna scan for him using a magical ritual. Can I just roll for that?
I can't believe Viv left the party to find God.
I not gonna justify that. So yeah, I'm gonna roll for a ritual under ritualism.
Okay.
25.
Okay, yeah. You're able to create something. It does kind of what you want.
All right, I'm gonna dump myself into the ocean in roughly the area I think I need to, and start scanning down. Excuse me.
So now that you have that, what do you do?
I dump myself in the ocean and start scanning down, looking for the thing.
Sorry. Um, dog was barking.
Okay.
So as you begin looking, you do get a very, 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 very faint detection.
Okay. Well, I'll start teleporting to it.
It's straight down.
Yeah, I can do it. I don't need to breathe or anything, so I can just let pressure variance inside me change.
So as you go deeper and deeper and are following this very, very faint trail, eventually you make a wisdom save.
Alright. Methinks the Guidan won't be disturbed if he is down there unconscious. He probably set up something to defend himself. You mean will save? Right?
Yes.
Okay. Probably should have pressed anti-god bullets before I left. I didn't think about this possibility. 21?
No.
Okay.
I still can't believe Viv tried to make anti-human bullets to work with the Justice League.
Blech. Okay, that happens.
Like the Huntress got kicked out of the Justice League for using fucking crossbow.
What?
That kills people.
So what's the outcome of my failed saving throw?
So you are attempting to find something left of the specter, right?
Correct.
And the source is dimmer and dimmer, the deeper you go, and as you try to maintain your concentration on the spell, on the ritual, you lose focus, and now you're just in the middle of the abyss.
Well, that's annoying.
Oh no, you're gonna see a telescope fish. Oh god, she is in telescope fish area. You know what that means, Travis.
Huh.
Well,
It's a shame you didn't bring a certain someone.
Yeah, it's almost like the rest of the party has stuff that could have helped.
Well, I brought up this possibility and nobody wanted to go do this, so I did it on my own.
We
Anyway,
because
Vince,
our
we
friend
won.
was
What?
warging into a different dimension.
No, I asked before that to come do this and said it was a good idea. You still wanted to go out there and play with wizards. So, I guess I'll just begin teleporting back out then. That's annoying.
So you're blaming us for all this mess.
Hmm. Well, that's a terrible way to interpret it, but yes, actually, let's go with that. You are all at fault for my current predicament. Why didn't you stop me?
Sucks to suck.
So you do end up teleporting out. If you want, you can just open a portal right there and teleport out. I don't know like what other means you want to use.
No, I use my long-range tactical teleports. I don't open a wormhole. Technically, nothing stops me, but water pressure might entail that I crash certain parts of my base if I wormhole back there.
Ah,
So, yeah, I'll just tactical teleport out. And still really fast, absurdly so it won't be hard.
yeah. So you make it back to your evil hell dimension.
And I'm 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 irritated. Fine, let's
Salty
crack
because
on
you
for
live in.
searching for the Great King Rat's soul.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Who then next?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll for that.
Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. 31, natural 20.
Yeah. So you create a ritual that will allow you to track Great King Rat's soul, and you have a location pinpointed.
Where is it?
Can you tell that without opening, or?
What do you mean?
I wait. Say that again.
Where is it?
It like can you tell that information, or can you just like
Well, okay, so clarify. I know how to get to the soul, or do I know where it is?
right? You know how to get to it.
Okay, so roughly what direction is it leading me in?
Earth.
Okay, if I go back to Earth, then where?
Through the portal.
Yes, I go through the portal, and then I'm on Earth, and now where?
It's like there.
Like where there? Like in a direction? Like I can know a direction on Earth?
Yeah.
That's probably a hard one. Whatever. I'll just sit on that for the moment and go back to my party.
I can't believe Great King Rat's become Gaia.
Great King Rat is not Gaia. Adaracus is probably just not sure how to answer my questions since it requires having lots of information that he doesn't have.
No, it's just so are you going to go to where his soul is?
Well, I mean, if I feel it's in a convenient place, like, you know,
Well,
it's not out in space or
that's why I'm
in down.
asking you directly whether or not, you have
Okay,
the
I'll start
ability
heading that
to.
direction.
Okay, well then if you go where his soul is, then you find yourself right here on the pond.
Wait, really?
You fall in.
I just appear with a pop?
Well, however you do that.
Alright, so Viv's back apparently.
So yeah, like I was saying, I think you could use magic and math to kill a ghost.
Right.
So,
That
like,
makes
I'm gonna assume that the soul reading is coming from Great King Rat, right?
It's coming from inside the not inside the rat, but yeah, from the rat.
Huh, that's weird. I didn't think he had his soul.
He doesn't have a soul inside him.
Then where is his soul? Is his soul on the outside?
His soul is on him.
Like on him?
It's he
But not in him where it should be.
right.
His body's got too little for it.
I too little for it. You what? You have a soul bigger than yourself. Like we're
Yeah. His heart grew too much. Now his soul is bigger than his body is.
isn't that like bad for you or makes you astrally weaker or something? Seems like it's a little easy to get at your soul now.
Depends on the universe and how magic works.
Adaracus.
Uh he already like had some villainous tendencies and everything, so not having his soul isn't like anything. He also didn't have a choice. His soul was taken from him, and like he knows where his soul is, but like, you might not.
So I'm kind of aiming myself at Great King Rant and just going like, your soul is weird.
And yours isn't?
Hmm?
Don't you got like a bug in there or something?
The moth is a wonderfully complex and brilliantly engineered bit of paratechnical design. It is not weird. It's
Wait, a moth is
just different.
moth is a
Your
wonderful thing. It's still kind of weird.
your soul isn't inside you.
Where is it?
Just kind of like on you, but not inside. Your supernatural self is painted with your soul. It's just kind of about.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm
But
saying that his soul is like on him. He's carrying it.
ow. Oh, okay. Then let me rephrase. Your soul is on your person, but like not in you.
Yeah.
Why though?
I don't know.
I
Drake will empty his pocket.
Uh, I will just say in game you do know though.
Do I?
Yeah.
I don't. Out of game, I don't.
They're they're your fucking brass knuckles. The anti-Trigon knuckles.
Oh,
That's
oh
why
yeah, no.
we found out that's where your soul was, and I was like, I'm not comfortable holding this anymore. So I
Yeah.
gave the
Oh,
one you gave me back to you.
Yeah.
yeah, a wizard made them into brass knuckles.
Oh, I wish that had been communicated to me. I'd been wondering where your soul was all this time when you keep saying it's not in you. Did I forget to ask? No, I feel like I asked at least once. Then again, I probably asked you. Anyway, is your soul in like two pieces now?
Yeah, it's incredibly unintuitive, and if Constantine wasn't dying, I'd kill him.
Hmm. So they're anti-Trigon knuckles?
Not very effective one. Yeah.
I guess take what you can get. That's really weird looking. Because
My
normally
soul?
having your soul bound into an item is pretty, bad for you. I mean, I think the most famous example of such a being would be the Lich, and, well, looks like you made off better than a Lich.
I guess I'm a lucky little bitch.
Well, that mystery sorted out, odd as it is.
Can you put it back in me?
Oh, I mean, I guess I could, if you wanted.
I don't know. I feel like the soul is important.
I just kind of assumed you wouldn't want that, so I didn't think to offer.
Why wouldn't I want this? What is?
Oh, it's like Trigon's a big name around here, and I thought you'd want to keep your anti-Trigon knuckles.
They didn't work.
Fair enough. I didn't have context to that. So, sure, like, I could work on putting your soul back in your knuckles. I mean, putting your soul back in your body.
Now, Viv.
Yes.
Viv,
Yes.
I'm gonna give you this magic item,
Uh-huh.
and as your friend, please don't feed it to your god.
I'm not going to feed this to my superiors. I don't think this is the sort of thing they're all that interested in. The only interesting part of these is that your soul is in them, and we already own that. So, no reason to move any further. Not until you're ready. Well, until you're ready. Anyway, so putting these back in your body, I suppose we could take them back and I'll have a look at them. Yeah, Abby,
Okay,
I'm just going to look these up and down for a moment. Can I make a generalized arcana check against them?
Yes.
Okay. I want to see how hard a job this sounds like it's going to be.
So how am I walking around still?
There's probably a connection between you and these. Like I said, it does happen, like with a Lich's phylactery. It's just unusual for a living being. I got a 22. How does that do you?
So when Constantine and Zatanna worked together to make these, one of the things they wanted to make sure was that it was going to also take a lot of work to replicate them. And so there's ingredients that you don't understand how they go in there right now.
Well, I don't want to replicate them. I just want to put GKR's soul back inside his body.
Yeah, but it's kind of like unmaking soup, you know?
Yeah, I get that. It sounds hard, but like, you can unscramble an egg, and with advanced enough technology, you can unmake soup. Sorry, you can't unscramble an egg, you can unboil an egg. I got them mixed up.
I mean, you are a wizard. You could probably unscramble an egg. I don't know why
I
you
mean, I
would.
probably could unscramble an egg. I mean, you can unboil an egg at home with a centrifuge if you had one. But yeah, so I think I can do this, but it's gonna take a little bit of time. So
Well, then let's just hold on to them in case they're useful.
yeah. So here, take them back. I mean, actually thinking about it, no, you should definitely hold them.
No, I don't get this. I still have something in me.
What?
I I astrally projected. That's like your soul. Like my soul came out, it went to see Murray.
No, your astral body left to go to the astral plane, not your soul.
What's the fucking difference?
Uh, the simple version is just that they are different. Your astral body is something disconnected from your soul, but still connected to your magical essence that is generated when you astrally project. As in, it doesn't exist
Okay,
until
why do
you're
you need a
astrally
soul?
project. You need a soul because the soul, well, why you need a soul changes from creature to creature, but you could basically say that the soul does two functions. It functions as a component of your mind and body's ability to retain and, to a degree, compute information. It's responsible for a few intangible elements that are difficult to nail down, stuff like well, better left to explain some other time. And beyond that, it also causes your body to do a few of the things that it needs to do to live, like instructing your heart to pump.
Also, that's why I've been having to manually pump my own fucking. No, I've been fine.
Yes, you have been fine. That's because there's a connection between this item and you. If your soul was ripped out in its entirety, well, you would just be a vegetable.
I don't. They didn't say they were taking my
That
soul.
is a morbid way of saying it.
Well, it's also correct. A soulless body, for the most part, can't function unless you put something else back in. I
Hey,
was familiar with a guy who could do that sort of thing. A very morbid craft, I have to say. The soulless minions he created were uncanny. But, yeah.
hey, enough about romancing there. We've all been exactly in that spot, Viv. No need to talk about it.
Anyway, so,
Um,
yes, you need your soul. I'll
is
get
there
it.
a wait? I wasn't completely informed about the fact they were going to rip out my soul and not the thing latched onto my soul. When this is over, if I die from this, is there a way to sue them? Like astrally?
What do you mean soothe it astrally?
No, sue them, but astrally for like doing soul surgery on you without consent.
Well, the thing about that is that we could quote unquote sue them in an astral sense, but the only way that would be easily enforceable is if that was against local astral law. I'm not well versed in your local astral bureaucracy, so I'd have to defer to a legal specialist in that area. We could try to punish it on our end, but that would not really be suing and enforcement thereof. That would be more like we send out a subjugation force to beat their ass because you asked for it.
If it was just John, I'd probably ask for it. It's Zatanna too, and I know she tried.
Yeah, so that's a much rougher question.
Well, if it kills me, send somebody, okay?
If it kills you, well, we'll see about it. Okay.
All right. Now, what are we doing? Merlin's a bust.
Oh.
Let's
Are you
just
sure he's
find
a bust?
I mean, hey, Tremor, Deep Night. What happened when I came back from Merlin's?
You went a bit demonic. You said you knew how to kill us, and then you created smoke. No, wait, mist. That's the right word.
Nope, you were wrong both times. It was fog, and that was a threat about the fact that you didn't know how to kill me.
Deep
Uh,
Knight's just sort of like sort of confused at that. Says, "Isn't that the same thing?"
it's kind of a flip flop on the same thing. Like it's the exact opposite statement, kind of. Kind of. In like a 4D sense. Anyway, well, that is a shame. You see, cause this whole sealing this guy thing is not gonna be easy without him unless we do the go back in time thing, like you're proposing. Huh.
Well, there's still the matter of the as sort of as Deep Knight sort of points up to the sun turned into a dwarf star.
Oh yeah, the world is still freezing through. Hmm.
So time travel it is then.
Yeah, I suppose we'll have to do it then.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah.
Go get. So, do you have a way to time travel, or are we working with just the Flash?
Uh, it would, how would I say? The short answer is no, I don't.
All right.
Asterisk.
Asterisk.
Well, insofar as that I technically do have means, but like not under my discretion. That's power available to us, but not me specifically. I theoretically could get approval under investigation of a claim to uncertain chronology in the near future, as I had confirmed there was, but I might get denied if I do that. So, and it would look bad on my personal record. So I'd prefer to not do any of that. So, like, I prefer if we did your thing, like with the Flash.
All right. I don't know how well he can take guests with him, but we'll find out.
I mean, if it's a problem, we can work around it.
Or we could use magic to shrink ourselves down into little people and then carry us.
Yeah, okay.
Because we will be exposed directly to something called the Speed Force.
The
And
Speed Force?
Speed Force.
That, I gotta say, that's one of the more ridiculous concepts I've heard of. But okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in it, so it sucks. Kind of like,
You can go inside the Speed Force?
I can't. I was on somebody who was.
Ah, what's it like? Is it
Uh,
like reverse honey or something?
it's like, remember the matte paintings they used for like going fast in Star Wars?
Yeah.
It's like if something hostile beamed that directly into your brain.
Ah, okay.
Oh, and also you're going a billion miles an hour.
Okay.
Time to locate the flat.
Yeah, find that guy.
I mean, it shouldn't be too hard. He's probably in like what's his fucking hub city? What's his shit called?
I didn't really catch the name of it, honestly.
Oh, look at
Astville.
I'm looking it up. It's Central City. It's Central City, which is apparently in fucking Ohio.
Oh fuck!
You guys hear how Central City set their river on fire again?
Yeah.
Well, that's dark. That adds something dark to the nature of the Flash, knowing that he's from Ohio.
You want to hear something stupid? They set fire to the ocean again.
How'd they do
Because
that? How'd that happen, Deep Night?
just apparently they drilled into an oil line.
Very fun. All right. So let's find Flash. Let's head to Central City. He's probably around there somewhere. When he realized he missed the Trigon thing, he probably went back home. DM, is that where this Flash lives, or is he one of the? Is he like the? Hello?
Yeah. Yes.
DM.
Yes.
Is Flash's city Central City in this, or is he working out of somewhere else?
It's central.
All right, let's head to Central City. When he missed the fucking he missed the Trigon thing, so odds are he went home.
How are you gonna get there?
Viv can teleport, and Tremor can fly.
Okay. So, uh,
God,
you
Ohio.
you are uh looking for the Flash, and he's back. You rescued him, so you might find him doing some good, but eventually, after like 45 minutes or so, he like all calms down and is out of breath and wants to know what you need.
So we need to go to the past.
What?
We think, yeah, we think we might have accidentally made like a double time loop.
That's purely conjectural at this point.
Yes, that's my working theory now is that we help the wizards in the past steal away Trigon, and then
Let
they help us in the future.
let's close that to the purely factual. We want to go back to the past to study the ritual that sealed Trigon in the first place, and then reproduce it in the here and now.
What she said.
So yeah, he doesn't even know if that's possible.
Why not?
What do you mean? We ran backwards in time, or like earlier today. What do you mean? Is that possible?
To like, go to the specific, like, what we had Turtle to help us last time.
Well, I mean, ballpark it. So long as you overshoot, we can move forward in time to get there by like waiting.
You're gonna
Yeah,
wait
probably.
150 years?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, Viv and I both could. Yeah, I haven't aged since the '90s.
I mean, that guy's a golem, and
I mean, there's
are
a guy.
Atlanteans?
I'm still just a human person.
Wait, you are? I thought like all your skin fell off or something.
No, just because I have rocks melded to me doesn't mean I'm not a person.
Of course you're a person, and I respect your personage, but I didn't think you were human.
I mean, I am.
Oh, well then. Yeah, he would probably die, so that would suck, but like,
Yeah.
desperate times.
I mean, we can leave the two people who age in the future and catch up to them the long way if push comes to shove.
Oh, fuck. Great King Rat is asking for some fucking advance to your party splitting.
Huh.
It's like, yeah, we'll just fucking go 12,000 years into the past. We can leave the fucking people who age here in the fucking present.
I mean, it's funny. But it's actually some Star Trek shit, and I like it.
I mean,
Them leaving Data's head in the cave for 300 years.
there's probably a fucking there's a drug for that I could use. I think I need to look up its name again because it had very very specific effects. Let me fucking flip through my Ultra Tech manual. Fuck. See, open that up. Open that subfolder. It was in where is it? Fourth. Ultra. Let's see. Bada index. Where is the drugs? Drugs. Biomedical and nanotech. Nope, that's for weapons. Medical and biotech. Drugs and nano, page 204.
I love this riveting catalog content.
Shush you.
Well, if anything, Deep Knight certainly can try and help with finding the specter in the lake.
Yeah, hold on.
Wait. Everybody wait. Do the fucking ostensibly white Atlanteans call the Indian Ocean the lake?
I meant to say the ocean. I keep messing up things.
No, it's fine. That just sounded like a funny comment in context. Just the idea of an Atlantean referring to the ocean as the Indian Ocean, no less, as the lake. I mean,
yeah.
it is the Indian Ocean.
I meant to say the ocean.
Let's
It's-
go over to the lake, shall we, chaps?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Right, it's called nanostasis.
Who's Nanostasis?
It's injectable that puts someone in a form of suspended animation, in which a swarm of nanomachines built an interlocking scaffolding around every single cell in a person's body to freeze them biologically.
All right.
I was just thinking, getting some of that and then heading to the past would mean that if we accidentally overshot by a long period, we could put the people who age into nanostasis and then keep them around for the intervening time and wake them up once we're closer to the event.
I mean, it's gonna be fucked up to live like 300 years just taking care of Tremor and Deep Knight's bodies.
Well, it wouldn't be taking care of them. They'd be like statues in the intervening time. We just have to keep them safe. Being said, we'd kind of be working within the effective limits of the technology. We'd want to time travel back because it wouldn't really be safe to keep them in nanostasis for thousands upon thousands of years. They'd probably still die.
All right, let's talk to Tremor, Deep Knight. What are your thoughts?
Do you want to come to the past with us?
Well,
Don't want to be a statue for hundreds upon hundreds of years. That sounds
You
shitty.
you wouldn't be awake for that.
It still sounds shitty, though.
You're right. I was going to let it be a surprise, but you'd be pretty disoriented for a few days afterward. It's
Deep
like,
Knight just
what's the quote?
What about the whole thing with the the specter being in the Indian Ocean?
Oh yeah, back to that. I just wanted to say one more thing. It's like, yeah, stasis sleep doesn't really feel like stasis sleep. The best comparison I can give is an ass kicking in 4/5 tequila. As for looking for the specter, that wouldn't solve any of our immediate problems yet, kind of, if we even found him. But like, if you want to go looking, we can go looking. That being said, we're trying to put the button on this time travel thing first.
Well, how about I give these two yahoos my dowsing rod and let them head to the Indian Ocean, and we go back in time if it's okay with Mr. the Flash.
Well, that's not a horrible plan, actually.
It's not like these two are gonna get anything out of seeing the ritual. I mean, I won't either, really, but like I'll be there.
You're right. Neither of them are wizards. There isn't, strictly speaking, any requirements that they come back with us. Yeah, actually. Here, Tremor, take this. That Viv's gonna pull out a heavy attaché case, apparently filled with something was clanking metal components.
All right.
This is a special kit filled with high-end tools meant to cut apart empowered beings. If you find a corpse down there, make sure to harvest his blood and his brain and most of his bones and stuff too. Oh, and the
Forget
hearts.
the heart.
Don't forget the hearts. Yeah, I was just about to say that. Thank you for trying to get to that rat, Great King
Well-
Rat.
I said it first, and so now I get to eat it.
We work on that one later, but in reality, yeah, I feel like this plan is very workable.
Oh, hey, Tremor, don't forget this. And Great King Rat hands him an L-shaped piece of metal.
And Deep
Why
Knight
do you
just
have
sort
this?
of and Deep Knight just sort of like is just standing around and says, "I just want to be useful."
Who taught you this meme?
Anyway, so good luck hunting. We'll see about getting to the past.
No, I accidentally just gave Tremor the L. I didn't mean to.
Ah.
Oh, it's the dowsing rod.
Oh,
Anyway, yep. So we're not worried if it's inaccurate, Mr. Flashington. Just send us to the past.
Hmm. Well, I mean, what about me?
You'll have the beacon of the turtle being here to help you land in the right time.
Yeah, you'll be able to navigate back to your destination present.
We can always go talk to Star about putting up a temporal beacon or something.
And Deep Knight sort of looks around and says, "What do I do?"
You'll
Still-
help Tremor.
Go to the Indian Ocean and search for Spectre's body with Tremor.
And Deep Knight sort of nods and says, "Oh, good. I'm glad to see that we're still doing that plan."
Yeah, that's a great plan. We're just splitting up in the interim.
Understood. Understood.
So we're all agreed to this plan. We good?
No, we gotta Flash.
All right, Flash. What other concerns do you have, since you are technically a moving part? Want you to feel included, after all.
Don't be mean to the Flash. This whole thing kind of hinges on him.
Well, I'm not being mean to the Flash. I'm trying to be inclusive. I just apparently say lots of things that sound evil or patronizing, and I really can't help it at this point.
Yeah, fair enough. We could get any of the many super laboratories to put up some kind of temporal beacon for you to aim for.
Yeah. Moving to a place is always easier if you have a landing pad, I suppose.
Yeah, and also, if you don't do it, the world will almost certainly end. The sun is fucking going red giant. Or
Hmm.
Thor. It's turning red in one way that is bad, and I'm not sure.
Yeah. So, any more concerns to raise, Flash?
Barry.
Give him time. He'll say something.
Yeah, sorry. So, the Flash doesn't know how he's gonna get home. And
Right.
he is very worried about doing this. So, you guys have to try to persuade him.
We have floated the idea of temporal beacon.
Yeah, something on this end could be built to make it easier to navigate back to the present.
This is the city with famous plot device Star Lab.
I mean, fuck it, I could work on it if he really wants me to. It'd waste more of my valuable time, but I suppose he's gonna give me time for my time, so it all works out. Would that make it easier to digest?
Well, I mean, either which way, he's got to be able to not get stuck in the past.
All right, fine. I have a way. I have a not only an idea by which we can go by. I even have a way to test it.
Okay.
Well, let's see it, Jim. Show us your idea.
Well, I'm going to set up a simple paratechnical device that's going to activate. It's going to link to an item that I will put on the Flash's personage. And to test it and prove that it works the way we want it to, when I set it up, I will activate it on a delayed timer so that it will activate 5 minutes in the future. The Flash then can test to see if it works, attempt to navigate to it from the present. If it works, he'll show up exactly 5 minutes from when it's turned on. If it fails, he'll slingshot a little bit past that, because it's a tiny jump. How's that for a plan?
Barry? What do you think, Barry?
Well, I think that you guys are crazy and that I've been stuck out of time and it all sucks. But the universe is gonna, or the world's gonna end anyway. So why the hell not?
Wonderful. I'll start getting things set up.
Trust me, this is the best choice we can think of.
Alright, so I'm gonna roll it just in the pre-vis that if it's bad, I'm hero pointing for this session.
Yes.
I am glad I declared that. So, what happens when I hero point this?
You re-roll, and if it's less than 10, then it goes
It's a
up to
10.
10. Yeah.
Okay. Fully a fucking... Wow! I rolled a 7, so it's a fucking 21. I hope a 21 works well enough.
Not as well as you would like.
It's a kind of ballparky, like, how far forward does he slingshot in that?
Back.
Huh?
Yeah, you guys are going back.
Did you not hear the plan I just laid out?
Wait, what?
I said I was gonna build a device that we were gonna test here in the future. And the simple version is that I would build it and I would set it to activate on a 5-minute timer 5 minutes from now. The Flash would then try to navigate it to it from now to 5 minutes into the future. If it failed to work properly, then he would slingshot a little bit past it. But, because it's a tiny jump. So we could test the technology here in the future, in the present, before making the huge jump to the past.
You don't have that kind of time.
Buh. Okay.
So are you saying there's no way around it, DM?
Around what?
Fixing fixing this situation?
I
Because
mean,
Trigon?
that the fact that everything's going dwarfs, that the sun's going dwarf star, and the fact sealing up Trigon.
the sun going dwarf is purely easily fixable after we get rid of Trigon. We just need to get rid of Trigon, and that's running into a lot of hard spots. But the Flash is doing his own gambling. My work was to make it better for him, but if we don't have time to test it, then we don't have time to test it. So we'll just go back. Essentially, we're doing two critical interlocking components. You need to get something of value from the Spectre so that we can trade it for more sun, or make sure Spectre is preserved enough to repair the sun on his own, which is also an option. We need to go back in time and get the secrets of, sealing away Trigon. Both of the components of this plan need to be executed upon, or the world will end. So, we all have a job to do. And Flash is making his sacrifice, however much of a sacrifice it ends up being.
Well, yeah, because you guys need me to take you all back, and then like I'm kind of stuck with you until further notice.
You're not stuck.
No, we can make it back the long way.
Yeah,
Hey.
but like I can't.
You can run. You can go back.
You can just go back to the future if you want.
Yeah, but
Barry.
I can't. Like you're about to
Wait,
find out. You're about to find out that like I can't do it accurately, so I'm gonna end up somewhere I don't want to be.
Okay.
Barry, wait.
Well, I mean, we can't retroactively stop them.
No, I just want to say, like, you can do it more than once.
Yeah, it always gets fucked up.
No,
Well,
I mean, like, it's time travel. It's time travel, and you can do it.
Do you know how many times I've reset the universe?
like once, right?
No, none yet, but still.
Oh. Anyway, yeah. So, well, I guess technically twice, right? Because like he had to fuck it up and then unfuck it up, so he did it twice.
That hasn't happened yet, has it? No.
That happened, didn't it?
It's time travel, so it's already happened and it's still happening and will never.
No, I mean like, aren't we way past that in DC canon?
Not
Right.
necessarily with not necessarily with the timeline that I have.
Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, if that's the way it is, that's the way it is. So, let's see what the outcome of our gamble is.
Yeah, but Barry, what's stopping you from just trying several times? You got like something to aim for now.
It keeps fucking up.
Probably the time booms.
What?
Yeah, like the chick
When
said, I get the time booms.
When the Flash moves faster than the speed of time, he creates a time boom, which causes rippling shifts across all of reality in his native multiverse.
This is a lot to ask, Barry, and I'm sorry that it's come to this, but it's kind of.
I'll do the best that I can for you, but I'm just kind of upset that you're asking me to go so far back in time. I told you it's harder.
Well, you do know the alternative.
Doing whatever I want because I'm so fast nobody can ever even see what I'm doing?
Well, the world will end.
Oh, right.
Yeah, then it won't matter if you're using your hyperspeed to jerk off in public.
Wait, you know about that?
I do. I can smell it.
All right, well,
God.
everybody hold on tight.
Alright, so Viv and GKR hold on to the Flash.
And you guys go back running through the Speed Force. It turns into the Willy Wonka tunnel, and like the time just seems to loop into some sort of nightmarish Tales from the Dark Side kind of intro.
Yeah, Viv says a few words in Latin to make it seem even more nightmarish.
Yeah, perfect. And suddenly the Flash starts to slow down, and a tunnel appears that like kind of leads out into the new time. As you step out, there's snow all over the ground. There are huge beasts wandering the land, woolly rhinos and mastodons, mammoths, and you know that he has brought you 100,000 years or more into the past, into the Ice Age.
Fuck, we're gonna be waiting for a long ass time.
And
This.
so, oh, go ahead.
Oh my god. I mean, thank you. But also, oh my god.
And so that is where this issue comes to a close. I want to thank you guys for playing. I want to thank anyone who's watching. And as always, everyone, good
Good
gaming.
gaming.